What's up, TGP? So, I know I've been talking about the ToneMaster Pro for the last couple days on the forums. Over 100 pages of talk going on now about it and all the questions. And excuse me, I just got off work and I'm a little tired. But I wanted to talk about it a little bit that's outside of the regular influence or norm. So, I was pretty skeptical about the unit when it first popped up in my feed that morning. Like, we had heard about it a couple weeks ago through leaks, but hadn't seen anything. Watched a couple videos and I was still on the fence. Then I watched the Andertons video and I watched them go through the workflow and explain everything. I thought, okay, this makes a lot more sense. But me, who's been using modelers for the last couple years now, and I feel like I'm very proficient at them and getting them to work and getting the sounds I want out of them, I figured, well, maybe I should give this a shot. Maybe we'll see what it's all about, because the user interface is really what kind of captivated me to want to try this out. Because the Helix, it's kind of cumbersome with the interface. The head rush is okay, which I have the new core unit in the back. I just haven't played with it a whole lot yet. The Kemper's horrible for the user interface. I am not a fan of it at all. I have not got a chance to play the Quad Cortex yet. And I thought Fractal was okay, but it needed to be a lot better still. So I've kind of stuck with my Helix for the most part for anything modeling I've done for a while, just because it's super easy to do it all over the computer. So, anyways, we picked up the ToneMaster Pro 2 days ago. I want to say it's been 2 days now. Picked it up 2 days ago at Guitar Center. You know, they took care of me like they always do, since I buy stuff there often. And I brought it home, and I brought home the FR cab too, because one of the things with Line 6 I was never happy about was I never felt like they designed the Helix and the power cab to work together in unison 100%. Like, yeah, sure, they designed it to where you could plug in the AES cable and everything would be okay and whatnot, but I just don't feel like they designed them to work in unison together. So I'm kind of hopeful that after some more testing and stuff like that, we'll be able to see that, yes, Fender did design the ToneMaster Pro with the FR cab in mind, considering they released them the same day, and I'm hoping they tested all their stuff using that method, and using a Strat, for example. So I did read somewhere on the forum that they did use an Ampro 2 HSS for all their testing and stuff like that. So, but so far, I'm pretty happy with it. It sounds pretty good to me. That's a Super Reverb model that I got lined up there. And I'll show you guys a little bit of the setup I got going on over here. So, right now, you can see I have the ToneMaster Pro set up over here. It's hooked up to the computer. I've used the app. The app works pretty cool. But the interface and everything, so far I'm not seeing any lag or anything weird. See, I tap it comes right up. You make an adjustment on the knob, it moves with it. But the cooler thing that I actually like is that you can actually pick one of these knobs down here, which is totally different than like a Helix, and you can see it changes instantaneously right on the screen. Just boom, right away. Works like a champ, no questions there. And if we back out of it, we get back down to the menu where we can just go, okay, well, I want to go to, cliff diving or harmonic swirl, something like obviously. So, like, I obviously only had one hand, but I have the ToneMaster set up there. I got a regular XLR cable coming out, and it's just going right into the back of the ToneMaster FR cab. So, got the knobs on the top for some EQing and stuff like that. I kind of was hoping maybe it would just have a volume knob, and I don't only have to worry about the volume. I do all my EQ on the ToneMaster, but that's obviously not the case. So, but I really like so far how intuitive the interface is, and how easy it is to change everything and kind of get what you want out of it. The only thing I've noticed that I really don't like so far is, you probably won't be able to hear it in the room, but there's a little bit of a hiss coming out of the ToneMaster right now. And even when you don't have the XLR hooked up, it still has it. But that's another thing for another day. But if we're just going to create a preset right off the bat, I'm probably pressing the wrong thing here. My presets. But you can see how intuitive it is when you're just scrolling it. Just boom, boom, boom. So let's go to like an empty preset block, right? And let's create a deluxe reverb tone. Okay, no big deal, right? So let's go ahead and hit plus on the block. I'm going to grab the deluxe reverb. And so you can actually, if I turn up my guitar, you can live change the amp. So if I go down to like, I don't know, let's go to like a JC clean. And we go plexi. You can hear it changes like right on the fly. So the cool thing about this is that you can actually just pick whatever amp you're going with at the time. So you can swap amps really quick, whereas on the Helix you'd have to press and confirm, go back to it, play it, see if you like it, then come back into these menus again. You don't have to do that on here. Like here, boom, you can just select the amp you want. So anyways, we'll get back to this. So I'm going to go deluxe reverb, go ahead and confirm it. And you got to press this thing a little bit harder than you normally would. So now I got the deluxe reverb in there. I'm going to go ahead and maybe throw like a boost pedal in the front there. Maybe a distortion, maybe like, I don't know. Let's go effects. Yeah, well, what do we know? Good old green box, right? Same thing here. You can just pick whatever effect and change it. And you can obviously hear it changes it on the fly. So you can sit there and go through everything with your amp setup and your other pedal setup until you find something you really like and something you want to use, which is, to me, it's a game changer in that regard, because it's so easy to just pick up and change whatever you're working on. So I'm really happy with that, and I really love that about this. So let's click on the amp. As you can see, got reverb already built in and stuff like that, but you can see changing it does actually change it right on the fly. So I really dig that. But let's say we want to knock this reverb down to almost nothing, and then we're just going to come back out of here, and let's say I want to add on, oh, I don't know, maybe some delay. Like, let's go with some delay. So I can pick delay and be like, oh man, there's a lot of delays in here. Let's go with maybe some tape echo. Let's do some tape echo. So really easy to hear it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe some reverse delay sounds better. Okay. Cool. We got that there. So now you got your pedal there. But if you want to turn it on or off, I wish you could just hit it and it would turn it off like the head rush. But you actually got to be able to just go in there and hit the bypass button. And now it's off. So there's a lot of cool things I'm still learning about this device that, you know, obviously I'll pick up in the next couple of weeks. But so far I really like it. You know, you just hold this down here for the tuner. You can tell my E string's a little low. So, you know, it's got all that stuff in there. It's got the mixer, which, mind you, want to turn off the aux that they were talking about in the forum the other day. It's got a global EQ, Bluetooth I haven't messed with yet. You know, foot switch settings, input outputs. I mean, this thing's pretty well polished. So, you know, I hope that helps a little bit with anybody thinking about, hey, maybe should I pick one of these units up, or maybe should I try it out? Like, granted, the price is not cheap, guys. If it wasn't for, you know, me getting some discounts and stuff like that, I probably wouldn't have been able to afford it myself. But, you know, I'd say give it a shot. I mean, we've seen Line 6s and we've seen Kempers and we've seen everything out there just last for years on end. You know, I think we're going on 8 years of Helix now, if I'm not wrong, 2016-ish. So Kemper, you know, pretty long too as well. So there's been a history of companies supporting these things for many years. And Fender being as big as they are and as much time they put into this product, I would imagine that they're going to support it for a long time to come, which is why I decided, like, hey, I'm going to throw some dollars into this and kind of explore it and go from there. And I think this setup is going to be pretty damn good. I still need to tweak it. I still need to EQ it. I still need to play with it some more. I still need to just kind of learn the device. It's brand new to me. It's brand new to everybody out there right now. And except for the Fender team, and they've been pretty great about answering all of our questions and whatnot. I still haven't gotten my question answered on how the unit was designed to work with the FR. I mean, I got little bits and pieces of it out of the Andertons video, but still, it'd have been nice if one of the Fender guys on there would have maybe explained a little bit more on how this unit was designed to work with the FR cab, and maybe there's some tips or maybe some tricks to making it sound good, because you know, from my experience, I know that trying to make the FR cab from the power cab and the Line 6 Helix sound good together, it took a lot of tweaking. And I'm at the point now where I don't want to have to sit there for hours on it and tweak. I want to be able to dial my presets in from the unit itself and then just be able to plug it right in the FR and go, which is kind of nice about this one, is it doesn't have a whole lot of settings on it. It just, you know, has the volume, the middle, the treble, and the bass, and it has a cut knob too. So it's very simple on the top there versus, like, you know, your power cab that you have that has all the different speaker models and stuff like that and whatnot. And I actually, you know, about a month ago, I got rid of my Helix and I got rid of my 212 power cab because I felt like I could do everything I wanted to on just my stomp setup. So if I were to show you my stomp setup, that's it right there. It's not hooked up right now, but all it is a 112 plus power cab, and it's got a stomp and the power supply and everything's all contained in that unit. And basically, I have it also set up with MIDI to where it will send the speaker change commands to the power cab. So that way, you know, the power cab was already modeled for those different speaker types for the power cab. So, you know, I send the signal to the unit for that to be the speaker, and it changes the speaker based upon MIDI into the power cab unit, which you would have thought, again, that maybe Line 6 would have designed that to work together, so it would just switch the speaker for you or something like that. But hey, we're not here to talk about that, and we're not here to hear my rants on Line 6. But so far, Fender Toemaster Pro, user interface is great, touchscreen's great, the way the board's laid out, great, happy with it. The way you can twist the knobs on top of the unit, happy with that. Happy with all the outputs you got on there as well, you know, for effects loops and stuff like that, even a microphone. I probably got another 2-3 months of playing with this thing before I can genuinely feel happy with it and that I'm in a good place with it to where, you know, can start doing more stuff with it. But until then, I guess we'll just keep on playing with it and hope that it all works out. Yeah, excuse my horrible playing. I feel like crap today. But anyways, I hope you guys give it a shot too, or at least get down to your local guitar center or your local music store and play it and give it a shot for yourself, and just keep an open mind about it as the months come on. And I understand if you're not wanting to jump right in right now and you want to wait and see what happens, by all means, feel free. But I'm an experimental type of guy, so I jumped in, and let's hope it all turns out as well as we're hoping it will. But Fender's got my support on this one, and I hope they do a good job maintaining the updates on it. And if they do, then, you know, this is going to be a huge part of their roadmap for the future. So, till next time, guys, have a good one.